What is good, everybody? Your boy BLSG back in the building with another live stream. And this one, we have some breaking news that we know we want to discuss around. And before we kick this one off, I have my guy Nightings in here. What is going on, Nightings? How you doing tonight?
What's up, buddy? Honored to be on one of your streams. It's going good. I think I told you backstage, my winter break has just started. So I'm just chilling around. I saw the news today that it's been postponed. I mean, I really was hoping it wasn't going to be postponed, but it is what it is. And now we have to deal with it. So
yeah, we definitely have to, my guy. Unfortunately, we have to go through this.
Yeah.
So before we kick this thing off, let's just say what's up to the chat. Vic 3 was in here earlier. I ended up chatting with him for a little bit. Said, what's good, BSG? What's good, Vic? Big Play Slay came in here, said, yo, what's good, Big Play Slay? How you doing tonight, my guy? Have a good stream, little bro. Thank you, Big Play Slay, but I'm pretty sure I am, in fact, older than you, so definitely do not call me little bro.
He said that to me, too.
Big Play Slay. Yeah. I don't think I'm younger than you, so you definitely do not call me that again, Slay. I'm not sure if you can come in here or not, but if you do, come in here and chop it up with us, man, because we got a ton to talk about this piece of news. Yeah. So if y'all did not see earlier today, the Philadelphia Eagles game versus the Washington football team has now been moved to Tuesday at 7 o'clock because the Washington football team have 21 players on the injury report, most of them to COVID, while the Eagles, on the other hand, they only have 2 players on the COVID reserve, and that is Quez Watkins and Jason Huntley, as well as the rest of their players that are on IR. But they have way less players than the Washington football team do. So, Nines, let me get your instant thoughts on that, my guy. Thoughts immediately.
Right. Sure, I got you. But first of all, I just want to say, funny thing is, Big Play Slay saying, well, bro, he did that to me as well. I believe during the podcast thing, because I think I don't know if you know, but I'm actually 16, and I think Big Play Slay is younger than me. So I think it's just a thing he does. So, nothing much.
He said it right here. It's a thing, and it's just a habit.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't really take much offense to that. But anyway, sorry I got a little sidetracked. I'll just say my thoughts.
You're fine. You're fine.
All right, thank you.
We have all night to chat on here.
Yeah, exactly. Now look, I said I talked to you a little bit about this backstage. Watching wise, I'm completely fine. I mean, I know like other people have it way worse, like they're either at work or at school. Like, actually, what time is it? Like Eastern Standard Time? What's the game time for Tuesday?
7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
You'll be watching it at 4.
5. I'm in Mountain Standard Time, not Pacific.
Oh, not in the Pacific.
Not Pacific.
Not in Pacific, like Philly Foothills, because he would be 3 hours behind you.
Yep.
Behind the East Coast people.
Yeah, Philly Foothills is in the West. Like,
he's way out in the West. He's in California.
Way out. I'm not that much in the West. All right. By the way, sorry for interrupting you a lot in that.
You're good.
All right. So I've already said, this doesn't bother me that much watcher wise. Like, I can take it 5 p.m. That's completely fine, especially when there's no school. It's good for me. I'll be relaxing, watch the game like I always do. This season, I've watched every single game. No reason to miss this one because this is a big game. Huge playoff implications, because if you win this one, we get a temporary playoff spot. Like, of course, the season doesn't end like this week, but we do get a playoff spot if we win. So this is a huge game. But what I don't understand is Washington. Like, look, I get it. We've had that injury bug before, and for this one, it's the COVID bug because there's like 21 players on their COVID list right now. And I get it. Like, if you remember, which season was it? 2019, somewhere around that. We had a huge injury bug. I don't know if anybody remembers. So I definitely get it. What I don't understand is the NFL postponing this. It'd be way better if they just forfeited this game. Like, come on, you have not 5, not 10. You have 21 players on your COVID list. They're in serious trouble right now, and this is also bad because if the Giants are the week after this, right? And it's going to be at home. That means we have a short week for the Giants. We play this game, and we have 3 or 4 days to get ready for the Giants game. That's unacceptable. And we are following protocol. So what do you think, MLSG?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with everything that you said. I mean, like Roger Goodell, like, are you serious with like what we're gonna have to go through right now? Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, how many more times are we literally gonna have to go through this? Like the COVID bug, and you had 21 players injured on Washington. But here's what I can't understand. I can't understand why you can't literally just throw practice squad players and bring them all up to the freaking active roster. Because honestly, if you have practice squad players, you just elevate them up. Why do you think the people do that every game to replace missing players? And they should be doing the same thing again. But Washington really doesn't have a good quarterback, though. They don't really have a big threat like a Terry McLaurin on the practice squad. They don't have a guy like a Logan Thomas, a tight end. I can understand that, but that doesn't mean you can't bring them up. I would rather have all the people that need to be on the field for the Washington football team, because the Washington football team, they mainly screwed us over. I would rather have their practice squad on the field than to see this game get postponed on Sunday. And by the way, this game being postponed for this one and being moved to Tuesday just ruined my weekend of football.
Yeah, good point. Like, there's a lot of people who have school and work. So how does that affect them if they want to watch the game? And again, why are we being punished for it? Again, we followed protocol.
So. Exactly. And we're the home team. We should be able to figure out what in the world we need to do. And Roger Goodell goes in and says, oh my goodness, because there are 21 players on a Washington's COVID protocol or injury report, because there are 21 people on there, we're just going to move it to a different day. We're going to move it to Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast. And you know what? You're going to like what we decide to do.
Yeah, that was a very good impression. I can imagine him just saying that, dude. Roger Goodell is such a loser. No one likes him. I don't like you.
No wonder why he gets booed all the time, my guy.
I know. He gets booed every single draft night. It's not a draft night if Roger Goodell doesn't get booed. And even in my draft stream, I went ahead and booed him because it's tradition, okay? So Roger Goodell, you're a loser, dude. I'm sorry. But, this NFL has handled this pretty poorly. I'm not going to go into the politics, like, whether you're vaccinated or not. I'm not going to go into that. It's just how it's being handled. It's being handled poorly. And I'm pretty sure a lot of what was the other rescheduled games, like Rams Seahawks? I bet
Rams Seahawks was rescheduled, and the Browns Raiders game was rescheduled.
Yeah, Browns have a lot of on the COVID list too.
Come on, dude! Like, why are you just rescheduling them? Let the practice squad players play, or just forfeit the game. It doesn't matter. Pick one of the two options, man.
Exactly, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like, I bet
Rams not even smart at this point. He doesn't have a brain.
Yeah, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's not possible. He's just stupid. Okay, so it's kind of like Oprah Winfrey. Like, you get a reschedule, and you get a reschedule. Like, shut up, dude. Like, make up your mind. Like, don't have the practice squad players go on or forfeit the game. Like, we don't want to postpone game, dude. Like, who? Like, football on Tuesdays is just so weird. Like, who would want that exactly? Nobody would want Tuesday football.
Thank you, because people got to work, and then they got to come home, and then they got to rush home, and then they got to watch the game. Like, why are you playing on a weekday, Roger Goodell? We know there's Thursday Night Football, but that's a different story. And same thing with Monday Night Football. Those are two different stories, because they've been televised, and they've been that way for I don't even care how many years now. They've probably been on for forever. But Tuesday football, that only started last year, because we know a few games that kind of had to reschedule and get moved to Tuesday. But you know why? Because we never had COVID the 2 years before that. We didn't have COVID 2 years before. We were literally free. We were praising the Lord with all our soul. And honestly, this is just getting really, really bad, and Roger Goodell at this point is just making it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, Roger Goodell is such a stooge. I can't stand him. He's just – This game should not be postponed at all. Like again, nobody wants Tuesday night football. That's not a thing. Well, now it is a thing. And
It's a
of course,
It's been a
Thursday
thing
night
for the last
football.
2 years, my guy. This year and last year. It's been a thing for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, I
Because
remember.
remember, we had
A
the COVID thing
nightmare.
last year, and then they had the COVID restrictions. So it's been around since last year, my guy.
Oh yeah, like what was Steelers Ravens that was postponed, or did they actually just? Yeah, I remember Steelers Ravens.
I forget that one, but I thought one of them was Chiefs and Buffalo. I think that was one of them that got moved to Tuesday last year. I think that was that was probably like a 5:00 game.
Yeah, man, this is just so frustrating. Like, why are we getting punished for something Washington did that didn't do it right? Like, it makes absolutely no sense.
Exactly.
And like you said, it's a home game. Like, why are we getting punished for this? It makes no sense.
Why are we getting punished? We're the home team. You should put some respect on our name, Roger Goodell. You are better than that. Yeah. You should not be disrespecting us like this. You should treat every team in the league fairly. I don't know what in the world is wrong with you, but you literally have no knowledge. You have no right to even talk anymore. At this point, you're not even smart because what is this with Tuesday night football? Why was this abandoned in 2020, Roger Goodell? Just freaking forfeit the game if it's not going to stay that way. Or put your practice squad players in for the game. That's what they're for. They're there to replace your starters.
Yeah.
Or the bench guys.
Exactly. And then, people are going to be saying the Eagles got an easy win because they're practice squad players. Who cares? They're still players, man. You got to put them in. That's what they're here for, like you said. So, I bet people are going to say that if that happened. But, just it doesn't matter. You have to put the practice squad players in. And they didn't do that. I also, what was it? I think sports leagues love to screw the city of Philadelphia in general because, Adam Silver – and how we had a lot of people on COVID.
God. Let's not even begin.
Let's not even begin. You don't even want me to say the Philadelphia Union of the MLS because we got screwed there as well.
Everybody's getting screwed, my guy.
Even the Flyers and Phillies. I mean, I bet they are too.
I'm telling you, the Flyers Habs game. The Flyers had no fans last night.
Wait, they didn't?
They didn't have fans.
Missed that.
They didn't have fans,
dude. Why does you know what? You hate us. We don't care. I don't even care anymore. I just shrug it off.
As Jason Kelsey said at the end of his Super Bowl speech, no one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care.
Exactly.
At the end of his speech.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the rest of it.
Oh, is it like not appropriate or something? Like on stream or?
There's a little bit of cursing, but you know what? That's what Jason Kelsey's known for. He was never doing that in the Super Bowl speech, and then he dropped the F-bomb.
Oh my God, the costume he had on that parade.
It's freaking fire.
I know it's like the turban and like what I don't know what he's dressed as. Like
I don't know what he is, but he's like in his parade suit.
Oh, I think he's like maybe like a sultan, which is like a king or something. He looked like that anyway.
He did look like one actually. But anyway, let's get right back on track here. Even though we are relating to our Philadelphia Eagles, let's try to get right back on track here. So, Nightings, with this happening in this case, how much do you think it affects the Philadelphia Eagles?
I don't know. I saw Darius Slay get pretty angry about it, but like physically, I mean, it does affect us physically. It really does because, again, I already said the Giants game is like 3 or 4 days away. How is a team supposed to do that exactly? That's stupid as hell. Like, I know it's like 2 back-to-back home. Yeah, it's 2 back-to-back home games. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would you want a team like having like less than a week to prepare? Like that is going to fatigue a team completely, in my opinion. Because I mean, you got to take it in the player's perspective. Like you put your heart and soul into this game, and then you have 3 to 4 days of recovery time. I don't think that's really fair, is it? So
it's really not. It's really not
affect us physically. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also kind of the same thing because if you also play on Sunday, you honestly might have to go ahead and play on Thursday Night Football. So that's basically the same thing. But like, come on, Roger Goodell. Like, you're gonna go ahead and make us play on a Tuesday and then you're literally going to make us play on Sunday against the New Jersey Giants. I know they're New York, but I got to throw in New Jersey just to make fun of them and go crazy on them. But I know who they are, but why, Roger Goodell? Why do you got to put us through more torture? Like, why do you do this to us? Like, what did we do to deserve this? We are literally almost clear of COVID. Washington was the one that screwed us over. Like, why are we getting the blame? Why are we getting the blame?
Yeah,
and why do we have to get punished? Why do we have to suffer through this? Washington is the one that should be suffering through this and should be going through all this BS right now. They should be they're the ones to be going through all this, not us. So why at this point throw the practice squad on? I don't care what anybody says, even though Washington said and Roger Goodell said that they would move to Tuesday. Why can't you put your practice squad on? It's really not that difficult. Yeah. Put your practice squad on. It's really not hard. Exactly. At least we'll see players playing, and we will literally see the players on the field who will try to put up their best effort. But honestly, at the end of the day, because Roger Goodell ended up screwing us over, it might also impact the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's going to either way, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. 5 players, okay, let's say 1 or 2 players is one. Okay, that's common occurrence right now in this time. 5 players is another thing. 10, that's where you're starting to pushing it. But 21 players, dude, that is unacceptable. How you have all of those people on the COVID list. I don't know if I've seen this before, but I don't think I have. I've never seen a team this season have 21. Have you? I don't think I have.
No, I don't think I have either, my guy.
Yeah, I think the Browns one, I don't know if they have nearly as much players, but on the COVID list, but I've not seen it this season. I've not seen somebody have over 20. This is unacceptable, Washington. Thank you so much for screwing us over. So,
I pray to God we destroy Washington and get on their butts. Yeah. If we could destroy Washington again, like we should be doing the first time on Sunday, then all hail thy king.
Oh my God.
Nah,
right on, dude.
But if we can beat Washington and blow them out, which we, for the love of God, better, then it would be absolutely beautiful because that's what Roger Goodell gets for screwing us over and making the Washington football team screw us over and make us play on Tuesday.
Yeah. To be fair, even without the COVID stuff, I want to destroy them anyway because they're division rival, and I want revenge for them sweeping us. I mean, I don't know, something like that. So, even without the COVID list fiasco that's been happening, I want to destroy them anyways. But right now, I really want to beat them now because they have that playoff spot, and then they were getting punished for something they did, which makes absolutely no sense. All right, so yeah, there is I do feel I don't feel for them completely, but I do get it. I believe Terry McLaurin in that list, or I think I saw Terry.
He had an injury, so I'm not sure if he's
not injury
in this case.
Oh, okay, I see.
I think he had like a concussion or something. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because of that hit on the 2 Dallas defenders, that was nasty.
Yeah, that was the one that took him out of that game, and then Logan Thomas is out for the year. And then Taylor Heineke's on there, and Kyle Allen's both on. They're both on there. So one of those quarterbacks for Washington would have to recover to even have a chance. It would probably be Kyle Allen, because assuming he would be vaccinated, he would be the quarterback to go ahead and start, because I don't think it is Heineke, because Heineke would have to be vaccinated. And a lot of people have been saying that it's going to be Kyle Allen starting on Monday because he's vaccinated and Heineke's not. And Heineke got put on there a few days before, but it was less than a week. So that must mean Heineke isn't vaccinated, but Kyle Allen is.
Okay, so I guess that means Heineke won't be playing. And
well, we don't know.
You don't know. You're saying it's not like
Heineke's probably not going to play. Kyle Allen might be the one to start. If not, it's going to have to turn to a practice squad quarterback, bro.
Garrett Gilbert.
Because Ryan Fitzpatrick is on IR too.
Oh yeah. Wait, didn't Ryan Fitzpatrick have that injury week 1? He's been in the IR for a while.
Yeah, he's been on the IR. I think he's out for the year.
Oh, really? Damn. I actually liked the Fitzpatrick signing. I actually liked it. I still thought he had something, a little bit left in it, in the tank, but then he
Yeah,
got injured.
I feel like he's gonna retire anyway, my guy. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you should just deal with what you have. Work with
Yeah.
what you have and put your practice squad players on the field. At least with someone on the field to represent your team. It's really not
Yeah,
difficult.
dude.
Roger
Damn.
Goodell is literally having the smarts of like a 5-year-old kid. Honestly, if if we were to, if my family were honestly to even have any more like kids or anything apart from me that were
Oh,
younger than me, they'd be smarter than Roger Goodell, and
oh
they
my
would know
God.
what to do. They would literally either forfeit the game or literally put the practice squad on. They would be smarter than Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is literally probably acting like a 1-year-old baby. I'm telling you, this guy literally needs to probably retire his job because it's time to
Yeah,
hang it up, Roger. I mean,
dude.
look at what you're putting us through. You're putting us through torture. You're putting us through pain, and you're putting us through just unacceptable times right now. It's honestly unacceptable, Roger Goodell. It's not right. It's not
Yeah.
right to just do us dirty like this. We don't deserve this. We don't. We're not the ones that have 21 players on the COVID list. Washington has 21 players on the COVID list. Why is it affecting us? We should be playing against our practice squad on Sunday. But nope, you literally got to go ahead and say, oh, we're putting it to Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says. Come at me all you want with all your yada, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? I will say no.
Yeah.
I will not deny it.
Yeah, careful mocking him. He might fine you, just saying.
He's not
So
finding me. He probably
he
doesn't
might.
watch it. He don't
Yeah.
even watch YouTube for a living. But I'm telling you, Twitter was going crazy earlier today when a lot of people heard this news.
Yeah. And the thing that makes me angry is all these Washington fans telling us to cry. Like, dude, if let's say the roles were flipped, we had 21 on the COVID list and we screwed you over, you guys would be complaining too. So it's not right either way. I'm just saying if the situation was flipped, then it would not be okay either way. It's not okay either way. So stop telling us we're salty, we're crying, because I mean we're justified. If the roles were flipped, you guys would be complaining too. So does it really matter?
Right? Like, come on, Goodell. Like, are you really that dumb to honestly realize this? It's time to hang it up, Goodell. It's time for you to not be the commissioner anymore. Get out of here. Get out of the NFL. I've been so sick and tired of what you've been doing this year and literally in the past few years. This is literally not the first time that we have literally witnessed a situation like this. We have been screwed over by the NFL for I don't even care how many years now because of that man, the commissioner, Roger Goodell.
Yeah, exactly. How do new commissioners get picked? I want to know, because he needs to be out. It'd be like really.
He needs to go.
They call it a no fun league for a reason, dude. Like, as much as I hate to say it, because I love the NFL. I mean, I love them.
Roger Goodell's the boss. Roger Goodell's the boss, and is like, you all must obey my orders.
Yeah,
you all must do what I say. And they're all like, yes, master.
Yes, master. They reluctantly say yes, master. Oh my God. Nobody likes him, dude. Nobody likes him. So, anyway, is nobody else going to come on? Somebody needs to come on.
Who knows? Who knows, man? But anyway, let's just get right back into it. I don't know who the quarterback is going to be for Washington. Yeah. They're missing so many pieces. It's not even a joke right now. This is honestly not a joke whatsoever. I mean, how much do you think it honestly impacts Washington, my guy?
It impacts Washington a lot. Like, I can't, like, this is the obvious answer in my opinion, like, because of their 21 players and including the injury list as well. It's not just the COVID list. It's also injured reserve, which I might need to check up on soon. So yeah, this will hurt Washington a lot, but come on, using your practice squad players is way better than nothing. Like, at least, do you really change your name to Roger Goodell screen? That's very funny. All right, now.
Yes, I did, because I have the ability to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, I here's the deal. I'll keep this on for 5 minutes and I'll change back if that's all right.
All right, then I might change my name to Roger Goodell. Screw you.
Oh my God!
Really though, like Roger Goodell literally screwed us over, as well as the Washington football team.
Yeah, exactly.
They both screwed us over.
Yeah, just rename this stream to I don't know, something
Roger
like
Goodell Rant stream.
Yeah, you should rename it.
We just need to start a Roger Goodell rant.
I know, like he deserves it. What a clown. But yeah, this will impact Washington a lot, and I mean, like you can't make excuses for like you. I mean, yeah, you could make excuses because of the 21 players in the COVID list, but that's on you, Washington. For I don't know exactly what happened, but again, 21 is unacceptable. And also, dude, we have our injuries too. Hurts is still quite. Hurts is I can't believe
he was a full participant in practice today.
Oh, he did? Okay, that's good news because a lot of people
might get the start, but there's no extra practice now because of what went on. So we honestly have extra practices though. So there's at least some good signs of that because we also technically have practice. We also technically have practice tomorrow too because yesterday we had practice, today we had practice, and then Saturday we did, and technically Wednesday before it got switched. So basically we have a bunch of practice under our belts, so we might be okay.
Yeah, there's some good that comes into this.
We could be okay in a positive way, honestly.
Yeah, I still think we'll win regardless if the game was postponed or not because they had so many missing. I still think it's going to be a win. On my before season Eagles prediction, I said I didn't think we would sweep Washington. Washington before season was actually not looking bad, so you can't blame me. I didn't think we were going to sweep them. I thought we were going to split though. But right now, if they still have all these players,
all our division rivals, honestly, I said we would go 3-3 against our division.
That's what I said. I didn't think we were in no place to sweep anybody this year, and right now it's looking. Actually, yeah, we've not won a divisional game this year. Yeah, we haven't. We've lost to the Giants and Cowboys, so we need to. We
lost to the Giants and the Cowboys, and
that Giants game,
and we get Washington. So I'm still laughing at myself for saying Roger Goodell screw you as your name.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was quick thinking. But
I'm still laughing about it, my guy. Like
it's so random. That's why.
Like screw you, Roger Goodell. Screw you.
Like seriously, like damn, we need a new commissioner. Like we need a fresh new face of the NFL. Somebody like not like Roger Goodell. But
well, I should look. I should look up like good commissioners that can whatever I'm trying to get out of my mouth. Good commissioners that can be a commissioner for the NFL.
Yeah.
I should look that up right now, and then someone needs to hire them, depending on whoever in the world it is. But someone needs to hire a new commissioner because Roger Goodell, he's either getting booed on, he's screwing NFL teams over, he's doing this and that. He's not letting the practice squad get out there. It's brutal. It's just brutal. Yeah. I can't stand it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I just really can't. I just really can't stand it one bit. I'm at this point. I think I'm done with Roger Goodell. I'm done. I am literally done. I'm done with Roger Goodell. I am literally done. I'm done with this guy being a commissioner. He's done.
Yeah,
I am done with it. He better go after this season because pray to God that he cannot be our commissioner again after what happened today. He literally screwed us over for basically absolutely no reason. But Nightings, let's kind of talk about like a little preview to this game. So, how do you feel about technically both sides of the ball? Because I think for the offensive line, we should soon be getting Brandon Brooks back, which would definitely help out a right guard position.
That'll help a lot.
For Nate Herbig, because Nate Herbig, don't even get me started with Nate Herbig. After the performance I saw from him at center, I never want to see that again. I never want to see that again.
From a center.
Never.
It's either. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it's not going to be Dickerson either, my guy, because he's playing left guard and he's on the left side with Jordan Mailata. That's a young left side right there. We're not moving Dickerson from that spot for basically pretty much the rest of the season. So Brandon Brooks coming back to right guard, honestly, will really help out the Philadelphia Eagles. And if he comes back this week somehow and gets against Washington, man, our offensive line might be cooking that defensive line right there.
Yeah. All right. So before I say, may I get an injury report for both teams, like on my computer, so I can have a reference? Or yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, pull it up real quick.
Okay. I think the ESPN depth chart says injuries. So
yeah, whenever I'm on like a computer, I can never access ESPN. It always says that ESPN is blocked.
Oh, did your parents put a restriction?
No, it's either theirs or it's like on my Chromebook. But I look it up and it always says ESPN is blocked.
The website. Okay. Oh shoot. Wait, am I allowed to? Am I allowed to share the screen, or do you not want me to do that?
I mean, can you share the screen or?
Yeah, I can.
All right, see if you can.
If you want me to, I can.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
All right, so I'll be switching between. I'll have the Eagles depth chart first. So can everybody see that? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me.
It's not going yet, my guy.
Oh, it says I'm sharing. I think it. Hold on. Oh, now do you see?
No, I don't. Let me see if I can change the format. Hang on. Okay. Trying to find the right button.
All right.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that format should be good.
That was the wrong one. I don't know if it might have to be shared from my screen because I can't access it because I'm not on a computer right now. I'm on my phone, so.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll stop sharing.
I can't access it, so.
Yeah, that's all right. We don't need the screen share that much. I'll just go off of what I see. So, all right. So I'll just talk about our offense. Jalen Hurts, you did say he had full practice, so we'll have to see more from him. If obviously if he's not good to go for this game, it's Gardner. Minshew Mania is gonna have to start again. It says here on I don't know if ESPN's totally up to date, but yeah, it says Miles. Yeah, it says Miles Sanders is good to go. I don't know if that's correct or not. ESPN says Miles Sanders isn't injured right now. I know Quez Watkins is out for the game. That's awful. I like Quez Watkins a lot as a wide receiver too. Don't get me started about Reagor. Like Devonte Smith, Quez Watkins, I really like that duo, and especially with the Washington's depleted defense. Yeah, look. Oh wow! You should see the depth chart for the Washington defense. I see a lot of people out. That's like almost all of their defense. They are doing terrible with injuries right now. This offensively should be a really, really easy game for us. Especially in the running game. We should run up their guts very easily. This should be a win, dude. If this isn't a win, I have no idea what to say because it should be, right? As well as Taylor Heineke, Terry McLaurin, who I really like Terry McLaurin. He's a really good player. But I'm not saying the injury is good. I'm just saying
he's like their deep threat or like their.
Yep.
He's like their superstar.
Yep, exactly. Offense. I'm not saying him being injured is good. I'm just saying it's like good for us. Like luckily he's not playing for us. However, I really, really hate how he's injured. If that makes sense. I'm not trying to make it like I'm happy he's injured.
Yeah,
I'm just
I know.
It's good for us. Yeah, I'm just saying it's good for us.
We definitely don't want to wish injury on a player. I mean that would be disrespectful, okay. And that would honestly make us look like toxic Eagles fans, and we definitely do not want to do that.
Yeah, I you know what? Sometimes I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah. A lot of, I don't know if to say some, a lot. People paint us in a bad name, and I can understand why, because there's a lot of toxic Eagles fans there that act like complete garbage, and we don't want to be in that group. So that's why we try to be respectful. That's why we are respectful. So we don't wish injury on a player, but that is good for us that Terry McLaurin is not playing because he's a really good player, but I hope he does recover really quickly because I hate to see him go out, especially in that way. Again, they did sign Garrett Gilbert, I believe today. So there's a possibility he could start, but there's Kyle Allen, even Heineke. You said he's probably out, so we'll have to see how this develops.
Did you realize what I did?
What?
I changed my name to the same.
Oh my god! I can change my name up, right? Nightings. There you go. What? Yeah, maybe not like the caliber of Roger Goodell, screw you, but at least people know who I am now.
But still, he screwed us over.
Yeah, I know. Like, I had my fair share of putting on the screen. I completely agree with you.
Definitely 100%.
This shouldn't even be a game right now, honestly. Like, come on, dude. This isn't even like not forfeiting this game isn't even that fair for Washington either. Like, they're how do you say, they're hanging to dry right now while the game's not being forfeited. So it's not even helping Washington either. So I don't know how Washington fans, feel about that. But anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, so I'm looking at the Washington offense right now. Our defense needs to get the pressure. I've said this every single week. The pressure from the D-line, I see what you did there. You had my name, and then you put Roger
Got
Goodell
him.
for you. Dude, I was looking at ESPN. I guess I'm, I still got caught off guard. All right, you get this one, BLSG. All right, so our defensive line needs to get the pressure. Gannon needs to send the house way more than he has to right now, because he's barely sent the house. Our D-line is not bad at all. I really like our D-line. Why can't he just blitz, dude? Like, it's not that hard.
It's not hard to blitz, my guy. Why else do you think you run blitz? You run blitz to put more pressure for the offense and for the quarterback, and then the running back as well. Yeah. Like, what's the problem with blitzing, Jonathan Gannon? I'm telling you, Gannon's going to get fired at the end of the season. I don't care if he has a good game or not. He's going to get fired.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Gannon has been a massive disappointment. So has Sirianni to an extent, because at the start of the season, he was awful. He got better later on, so he's picking things up, Sirianni. But Gannon has been consistently bad. Well, some games. He did keep us alive in the Giants game, but other than all the other games, it was pathetic. So, the defense.
We didn't take the advantages on offense. That was pretty much on our offense right there, because our defense held them to – our defense.
Oh, you mean the Giants game? Okay.
Our defense held them to 13 points against the Giants.
Oh, you're talking about the Giants. I thought you were talking about the other previous games. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, the defense was not at fault for that game. They did a good job trying to contain them.
It was the offense, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Reagor.
Yeah. Yeah, I defend Hurts a lot, but for the Giants game, I'm not defending him. He was terrible. It was like, why didn't he just throw it out of bounds, dude? Like, stop trying to play hero ball. We could have got the field goal. Those 3 points actually could have helped us a lot, except he didn't take them.
Yeah, but that would have gave us 10, and then one of the catches by Reagor, which Reagor needs to stop having butterfingers, for the love of God. If he could put his hands up and actually catch the freaking ball, then we would have won that Giants game.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see what I did? I did Roger Goodell screw you and then put your name in parentheses.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
And that's why you don't have to change it, That way people know who you are.
Yeah, fair enough. Good. Yeah, good point. But anyways, before I continue, first I need a quick Reagor rant. When you said, how he dropped the ball, I just need to get it off my chest a little bit after I've been reminded.
Go ahead. Go right ahead, my guy. I'll give my mic and you have at it.
All right, thank you, bro. So, Reagor, I'll say your first and last name. Jalen Reagor, you are absolute garbage. I don't know if I want to be that harsh and say I hate you, but you know what? I hate your play. You are terrible, dude. You can barely do anything on the field, both on offense and special teams. On special teams, okay, you're returning the ball, big deal. Why don't you just do something out of it? Because you normally get to the 20 or 30. Like, big deal, right? You're good job. That's the only thing you can do right. Sorry. And then on offense, you can barely get open. You can't catch the ball. So you're really getting on our nerves. Honestly, all those clips of you making amazing catches during training camp and preseason, people got hyped up, but after that, the hype quickly died down, and I can understand that. Because why couldn't you do something in the training camp? Why couldn't you do all the stuff you did in training camp to the regular season? It makes no sense. And then you're blocking people on Twitter just because they called you out. And it's Philadelphia you're playing for. So Jalen Reagor, I honestly have a career choice for you. I would say you could work at McDonald's, but if you worked at McDonald's, you would drop all of the food and then the food would get spoiled. So maybe McDonald's isn't for you either. So good luck. All right, I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest, dude. You can unmute now.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. I appreciate that about Jalen Reagor, man. Get that off your chest, man. Like,
was that funny?
It's time to go on a Jalen Reagor rant.
Yeah. All right. Was that at least a little funny? I tried.
Yeah, that was a little funny. Especially the part where you were mentioning that Jalen Reagor would start working at McDonald's.
Yeah, that McDonald's. You know that on Eagles Twitter that Jalen Reagor McDonald's picture that was going around as a profile picture. That was so funny.
Nah, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Oh, okay. I see. Do you have Discord, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Question. Oh, really? Oh, hold on.
I do.
After the stream, I'll add you there. So,
all right. What is it, like another group chat or?
No, it's just me on Discord. I do have a Discord server, but it's just me on Discord, so we can like
talk. Okay.
I talked to it's Discord's a good way of communicating, so that's why I wanted to do it. All right. So yeah, I think so I know that's a really quick preview, but I did say, how our offense and defense can go against the Washington offense and defense. So I think I'm done with that preview. It was really quick, but I think I also have a score if you want to hear it. I think
the Eagles score, my guy, go right ahead.
All right, thank you. So there's this channel I do picks on, like week picks, and I forgot to do it. So I don't have like a score I already did, but I'll just make one up on the spot. It's going to be pretty easy, though, I think, to make up a score because I got the Eagles winning. Should I do 30 points? Yeah,
that's
why
up
not?
To you, Nightings. That's up to you, my guy.
Yeah, no, but I'm debating because it is it's going to be a lot of players missing. So I'm just gonna say 30. I think this is gonna be a 31. Sorry, I think it's gonna be a really big game for us. And I'm gonna say 31-13. I know that's a really big score, and if Washington was fully healthy, it'd be way closer than that. I still have the Eagles winning, but it'd be way, way closer than that. Maybe like a 2-3 point game if Washington was healthy. So I'm not biased. Before the season, I thought Washington was a pretty good team. Like, can you blame me? Like, they looked really good.
Yeah, actually, I mean, when they were healthy, when they had Ryan Fitzpatrick, when they had Chase Young before he got injured, when they had Jonathan Bostic, when
Bostic, remember?
When they had
Gibson,
Antonio Gibson, yeah, Logan Thomas. When they had all these players, they were gonna look like a decent team, and they were gonna look like they were gonna win the NFC East again, but it's looking like it's not going to happen. And honestly, the winner of the NFC East is probably going to go back to the Cowboys.
Yeah, the stupid team in Dallas is going to win it. I hate them so much.
How about the team down south?
Exactly. And the divisions sometimes they don't make sense because NFC East and Dallas is in the West. But people. Well, I'm not saying this should happen. I've just said I've thought about this happening. Like what? Since the Panthers are more east than Dallas, and since Dallas is more south than Carolina, shouldn't Dallas be in the NFC South and Carolina be in the NFC East? That'd make much more sense, wouldn't it?
Thank you.
Yeah,
same
but
thing could probably go to same thing could probably go to teams like
Colts. They're not in the South.
Colts probably. Bears, maybe.
Bears. The Bears are kind of Chicago is,
Yeah, they're kind of like right in the middle. What team am I thinking of?
Let me think. Let me think. I think Miami deserves to be in the East because they're actually the easternmost point. Like Florida.
Yeah, Miami would be one.
Miami is very east though. Like it is.
I feel like
it is in the South.
Baltimore should be like an East team, but they're more in the North.
Yeah.
Baltimore should be one.
Good point.
Yeah, Baltimore should definitely be like an East team, no matter which conference it's in. But honestly, they're not in the AFC East; they're in the AFC North. But honestly, at the end of the day, they should be an East team. They shouldn't be a North team because they're not even close to the North. that's just so stupid. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
Maryland's in the, excuse me, Maryland is very close to Washington D.C., where the football team plays. So that makes absolutely no sense. And then you have Dallas, who is casually an NFC East team. But the reason I don't want to change it, because I mean, I think it'd be a good idea. Like, I still don't want to change it because the Eagles Cowboys rivalry is too good. That's the only reason I wouldn't do it. If the rivalry was non-existent between the Cowboys and Eagles, then I call for a division change. But since it's really good, I don't want it to change anymore, which is kind of sad because Dallas being in the East makes no sense, right? But since it's too big of a rivalry, we have to go with it now. So,
you know what? That's how it was made originally. And honestly,
oh,
I was
really?
gonna make my preview for the Washington game either today or tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna do it either Sunday or Monday because the game got moved.
Yeah, you have much more time now to make a video.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely have much more time to prepare all the info that I need to get together. So hey, there's another positive. You have more time to make a preview for this week if you haven't already done so.
Yeah, I might do that because I haven't been on uploaded in like 12 days, so I might do that as my return video, kind of.
Hey,
So,
definitely do what you can, my guy.
thank you, buddy.
You have noises in the background, don't you?
Yeah, dude. Sorry, it's just my family. They're like
Yeah,
playing
that's
around.
fine, bro. The family time is
Yeah,
always good times, my guy.
yeah. My sister's complaining about something. I don't know what, but
Who knows?
yeah.
Who knows? But you know what? You know what? It's family, though, my guy. It's family, though. What
Yeah,
are you
it's
gonna
alright.
expect at the end of the day? You're gonna expect them to be quiet for you?
No, no
Not
way.
all the time, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And by the way, Roger Goodell, screw you.
Screw you, Roger Goodell. Exactly, dude. So yeah.
Like
It's
again, I'm gonna say it again. Roger Goodell, screw you. You're making us play on a Tuesday. Tuesday is not
Tuesday.
a day for football, all right?
Yeah,
You're
that's
making us
either
play on a
Thursday, Sunday,
Tuesday.
Monday.
You're making us play on a Tuesday at 7:00. And
Yeah, who
again,
does that? Like, come on,
Roger Goodell,
Roger.
screw you.
Screw you, Roger Goodell. Now that needs to
And
be on a
and
shirt.
also screw you, Jalen Reagor.
Oh yeah, Jalen, I hate you so much now. I'm sorry. And the fact that he just said, oh, it was just 2 drops. Well, yeah, one of them could have won the game. It was only 2 drops, guys. Stop overreacting. Like, shut the hell up, dude. One of them could have been the game winner, you idiot. All right, so yeah, I called him an idiot on stream. I'm not sorry, okay? So yeah,
Yeah, I know you did, bro. I know you did.
yeah. I mean, I
It's
normally don't
true
like
though.
him.
Like, how do
Yeah,
you drop both of those passes?
yeah,
I mean, the one was a little bit off from Jalen Hurts, but the other one in the end, that was a perfect pass.
yeah,
That was a perfect pass on the last play on like fourth
yeah.
down.
It was right on his hands. All he needed to do was grasp it. And actually, if you slow it down like a lot, you could see it's completely in his hands. Like, if he grasp it just a tiny bit more, that's a catch. That's a touchdown.
Obviously.
That's a win. So
And like in the
yeah.
first game against Washington last year, the one play where Jalen Reagor, when he was in his rookie year, when he had that deep threat against Washington in the first half when we played them in week 1, that was like probably his best play of his career right there, honestly.
Yeah, wait, which one? Oh, you mean
The
that third down
the
one, the long
Washington game week 1 where we were up 17-0 in the first half and then Washington came all the way back.
Oh yeah, this is my
I'm
first.
talking about that one. I'm talking about that one, my guy.
Oh, I see. That was my first Eagle stream ever on the channel, and what a terrible way to start it. I still have nightmares about that game.
I know.
Because
So
we
just
at the yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, we're just gonna probably at this point talk about a little bit about the Eagles. It's more. So, how are you feeling about Nick Sirianni? Do you think he's started to get the hang of it, or do you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about him?
Yeah, I think he's starting to get the hang of it now. I think he's starting to, completely do a 180 and, not do stupid play calls. Like, sometimes he still do them, like, obviously. But, now he's starting to run the ball way more, and it's good. So I think Sirianni, he's not like doing an amazing job because of the start he had, but he's picking it up. He's not doing that bad anymore. So
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely good for a guy who's honestly a first-year head coach because honestly, 6 wins with a guy who has never played head coach in his life. This guy played offensive coordinator.
For Frank
And this
Reich.
guy's coming in to his first year playing as head coach. Honestly, 6 wins with this guy playing as a first-year head coach is honestly, it's honestly really good in my book. It's honestly like really good.
Yeah.
That's really good in my book because the guy is starting to get the hang of it. You're literally in a you're in a tough division stretch coming towards the end of the season where you play Washington twice, the Giants, and the Cowboys. And honestly, you could pick up maybe 3 wins or maybe all 4 if you sweep out, but I still have a feeling we will lose one of those games to Washington because you know what? I just have a gut feeling we're going to split with every NFC East opponent. I just still have a feeling that's what's going to happen at the end of the day, and honestly, I still think that Sirianni may have started to get the handle of this, get the gist going of what he needs to do. He's honestly doing better, not having Jalen run on RPOs as much. He's actually letting Jalen Hurts do the option plays and then have Jalen Hurts take it himself and then have Jalen Hurts run for at least 15, close to 15 yards a carry at least, honestly, because whenever Jalen Hurts is on an option play, because we all remember what happened when Carson Wentz was on an option play last year, because that did not work out well because he was like unfit. He was 6'5", 237. That's not a guy who runs. Jalen Hurts at 6'1", 223, that's a guy who runs the football and takes himself on an option play. That's why he's a threat in terms of his running ability, in terms of running in the backfield, especially on option plays because he displayed that very well against the Giants. He displayed that very well against the Giants early in the season, and I think Jalen Hurts, if someone make it to the playoffs, I think Jalen Hurts going forward can keep that up.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And the option play with Wentz didn't work out at all. But the option play with Hurts is looking really well, actually. Whenever we do an option play with Hurts, when Hurts takes it himself, it's actually a really good game. So, I like the option plays with Hurts, but he needs to be a better passer, in my opinion. So, the running is definitely fine. Like, I love, Hurts,
I love it. I love his running ability, but I think his passing ability needs to be a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
But keep in mind, this is like his first full season as playing quarterback, and honestly, it takes a guy about 2 to 3 years to honestly start to ramp up. And Jalen Hurts didn't play a full season last year, so this is basically his first full season. So if Jalen Hurts still stays here in this case, then honestly, it might take him another 1 to 2 years to honestly try to figure it out because he is still a young quarterback and he's still developing and still needs to kind of learn the playbook a little bit.
Yeah, I like his potential a lot. I don't like to give up on him so easily at all. I don't think I've given up on him like at all this season. Like there's been really bad moments that I really did not like, especially in the picks. I don't know why, and some of the interceptions, these are just really terrible balls he's throwing, yeah, like I believe one of them was, I think it was against the Bucks game. I think he might have underthrew that one, I believe. And, the Dallas pick six. Now that was, I think Devonte slipped on that one though. So
someone did, and then there was Trayvon Diggs to take it to the house.
I hated that, man. Like Trayvon Diggs of all people had to do that, honestly. But
of all people,
yeah,
Trayvon Diggs.
Exactly. Exactly, dude. Oh my God, Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs is so overrated, man. Darius.
Wait, no, you're saying it wrong. It's Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs is so overrated. Okay, so yeah, I think honestly Darius Slay is better in many ways. Sorry, not sorry, but yeah, all right. Hurts is still developing. He needs to be a better passer, though.
He's still working on it, though. He's still working. Because this is his first season playing quarterback. Even though he did miss one game this season, who knows if he'll miss two? He might honestly play this one. Since he did get full participation today earlier in practice, so I think Jalen Hurts, he does have potential to honestly play this game against the Washington football team, and he's still in it. Like I was saying before, not when I was on here, but I was saying it to myself before I came on. The only way Jalen Hurts has a chance to play against the Washington football team is if he gets full participation. And you know what? He did get full participation today. And honestly, he still has a chance to play. And if he keeps this up, he's going to play against the Washington football team. And hopefully he'll still be all right and won't get his ankle messed up anymore, because that's what his injury was. And we will not have Jalen Hurts' running ability. And honestly, I'm not sure if we can take another game out of him, but, well, not that. I meant to say, I'm not sure if we can take another game without Jalen Hurts as the quarterback in terms of his running ability. But if Gardner Minshew's in, he'll pass it more. He passed it for 242 yards against the Jets. But again, the Jets are the Jets. I mean, the Jets are they're never going to be good. And keep in mind that Gardner Minshew, he's not going to be a franchise quarterback. Gardner Minshew's not going to be the QB of the franchise. But honestly, he looked really good against the New York Jets. So honestly, that kid, when he literally played against the Jets, he honestly looked really good. And at the end of the day, he looked like a guy that knew what he was doing. I mean, he is a veteran quarterback. He's still a young guy. But at the end of the day, Gardner Minshew looked like a veteran quarterback on the field. And he showed that he had like about 6 or 7 years in him. That's how good Gardner Minshew was against the Jets. But again, the Jets are the Jets. And you know what? The Jets stink.
Yep, the Jets do stink, and we own them. They've never beaten us. It will continue that way. But honestly, look, I'm not trying to say Minshew. I mean, yeah, it was just the Jets, but he did amazing, and I applaud them for that. But some people were saying bench Hurts, put in Minshew. It's Minshew's time. I was like, nah, Hurts is still our QB1. Are you kidding me? Like, because of that one game against the Jets, he should be our quarterback one. That makes absolutely no sense. So, and like Sirianni said, which I fully agree with, Hurts is our quarterback one. We're sticking with him. And Minshew's the backup. End of the story. No controversy. I can't believe people are trying to put up a QB controversy just because of that. It was shameful. So, yeah, Minshew's our backup. So there's not really much you can say about that.
Minshew's our backup, but he's a good backup, honestly, because the way he displayed it against the Jets, he's a good backup. He's honestly a really good backup, and he does have that veteran experience. And then we have Reed Sinnott on the practice squad, who honestly he doesn't really do anything.
I haven't seen in a single snap, and I have not seen him play at all in his career. I have no idea who he is, by the way. So, hey, welcome, Reed Sinnott, I guess. I've not really seen you. So, I guess welcome aboard the team, dude. I don't really know what much to say about him. So, Minshew's a really good backup. Yeah, I do agree, but Hurts is still our quarterback.
Which guys have starting experience, and so does Drew Lock for Denver. He also does have starting experience.
Oh, not Drew Lock. The rapper. I just know he's the rapper.
Let's admit it right now. Gardner Minshew is better than Drew Lock.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Drew Lock is just – only thing he can do good is rap, honestly. I know that's really harsh, but I mean, I don't know. Didn't he rap one game? He was on the bench and he was rapping or something?
I don't know, but the only good thing that Drew Lock is good at is losing.
Oh my God. Now that was a strike, dude. That hurt. That hit right in the feels.
If he's watching this, then he's probably gonna go crazy.
Oh my God. And then he's gonna go on Michael Jordan and say, I took that personally. Oh my God. I would imagine, not gonna lie. All right.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. He's better at winning than Drew Lock.
Oh my God, Teddy Bridgewater. Dude, he didn't even try when Slay returned that fumble. He just was.
Of course he didn't.
He just I don't know. He could have just hugged Slay and that would have been better. Exactly. Like,
He's like doing the dance.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly,
he's like doing the salsa.
Yeah, dude, he could have just, he could have just hugged Slay right on the field, and that would have been way better defense than what he tried to do. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that was a really, really good moment. So the Slay fumble was where I think that's the hypest I've gotten this season. Vic, you finally arrived. What's up?
What's good, Vic?
Oh my God.
What's good, fellas? What's good, fellas?
Finally,
Papa's
he's in
out in the
here.
back.
Thank God.
Dude, we were waiting for you, man.
We were waiting for you for about an hour.
Yeah, for an hour it's just like me and BLSG like the entire time. I'm glad you came though. What's up?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm out and about trying to get some finishing touches on this Christmas thing going on.
Nah,
Yeah, what were y'all talking
good, bro.
about?
You're
I know
good.
it's interrupted the conversation.
Yeah, we're just talking about random stuff. Like we talking about like how Roger Goodell screwed us, how Washington screwed us. Now we're just talking about like the players on our roster, like Hurts, Reagor, stuff like that. That's what we've been doing.
Well, he
Speaking
really
of
screwed us because the guy.
Speaking of the topic, Vic, let me get your immediate thoughts about what happened, my guy.
Yeah.
Well, like I was saying, we really got screwed because the guy that started off with the COVID was Montez Sweat, and he's already ready for the game. Looks like Terry McLaurin. All he needed was a little bit more time. He was on the concussion protocol. 2 days was enough because he'll be starting. So now they'll have their number one receiver. Heineke is another guy that they'll have. So they'll have their starting quarterback. It looks like this game was just postponed for their players to get healthy because COVID, I understand he had a lot of players, but they weren't all starters. They had enough to field the team. There was no reason to move this back. If anything, concussions are more than COVID. Like there was a lot of positives that are coming back negatives. So there really wasn't an issue to move this game back. Now, when you look at the schedule, you see Tuesdays open up coming into Christmas. That's an extra day. And for NFL, that's more money. You got 2 games being aired on Tuesday where they didn't see before. So now they're locking down some primetime slots. So I can see it on their end where they're gaining money, but at the same time, we're the ones who get the short end of the stick out of every team.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I definitely agree. So, honestly, what do you think about the quarterback situation with Heineke now being on the COVID list and Kyle Allen already being on there?
Yeah, they just been added, so I guess they would be out. I don't know what entails with the new protocol. I don't know if they're just automatic. You don't need the 10 days or a week, however it worked out before, or is if you just need a negative no matter how if you get it before game time. I don't know how the rules came down. That's what I'm assuming though. I'm assuming you just need one negative test before game time and you can play. So even if the kid was positive, I don't think I'm not trying to say that accuse Washington or anything, but I'm pretty sure Heineke's going to be a lock, unless it's something serious where he actually does have it. There's been a lot of false positives going around lately. That's what's been causing a lot of these issues. So we'll see. If the kid's really sick, I hope he gets better. But if not, if this is like a false negative, or if this is something where he feels okay, it could probably have some symptoms. I expect him to play them.
Yeah, definitely. But everyone's been saying that Kyle Allen would have a chance to start because if he goes through the COVID tests and if he gets tested if the result is negative, they would honestly start Kyle Allen. Because I think if Heineke went out like that, he'd be out for 10 days and he wouldn't be able to make the Eagles game unless if he were to get a negative test in 24 hours prior to what he had before. So if Heineke can't go, it's probably going to be Kyle Allen. But if Kyle Allen can't go, that's going to be coming off the practice squad again. And then we're going to be like to Roger Goodell, like I called my guy Ninings over here. We're going to say, screw you. That's what we're going to say to Roger Goodell.
Screw you, Roger Goodell. Oh, my God.
So that's the ruling that you have to have a negative 24 hours before game time?
Yeah, you have to have a negative test 24 hours before.
So then Monday would be an important day where there's going to be a lot of news coming around.
Yep. So we're going to see a lot of news probably come Monday in terms of what needs to happen. And Vic, let me honestly get your thoughts. How do you think it affects Philly, and how do you think it affects Washington?
Washington, it helps out a lot, as we just spoke about. It's for them, they're probably happy about this. They still got a shot at the playoffs now. Before, it was pretty much a definite that they were going to have some issues going into this game. It was going to be very difficult. But now, when you look at it, giving them till Tuesday, they pretty much have their team back intact. Now, for us, we're still at the same position we were before. This is a must-win. Even though, Washington may have more players, for us, I still say there's no excuses. If Jalen Hurts still wants to be the quarterback of this team going forward, he still needs to perform at a high level, no matter who's starting. Every guy going forward, there's an evaluation. They all need to play, like if they were starting anyway. This is the NFL. So for my expectation for the Eagles, they don't change. They have no excuses. They need to come away with a win.
Definitely, 100%. They definitely need to come away with. They definitely need to come away with this one at the end of the day. But honestly, the Eagles, they should honestly win this game. I mean, Washington screwed us over. First of all, Washington, y'all are just stupid. Number one. Number two, screw Roger Goodell, because honestly, he was the real one to screw us over. Because you want to know what? He made this happen. I don't know why we can't just put practice squad players on the field. Like, come on, man. Like, at least put some players on the field to show us what you have on the team. You have players on the practice squad. Put them on the field. I know they're not great, but can we at least see somebody play on the field? I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care who the tight end is. I don't care what the offensive line looks like. Put somebody on the field and just at the end of the day, get the job done. I'm tired of the excuses, Roger Goodell. And at the end of the day, we need a new commissioner because I am getting so tired of Roger Goodell being the commissioner because he has been so stupid the past few years. And you know what? I'm done with Roger Goodell. I've been done with the way he's been playing commissioner. And you know what? Roger Goodell, he needs to get fired immediately, probably after this season or maybe next season. I don't know when it'll happen, but at the end of the day, Roger Goodell still needs to get fired, honestly.
All right. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, Roger Goodell, he's got to go. He's got to go, honestly.
Did you see Vic, my private message?
Oh, I didn't look at it. Hang on.
I basically got to go soon, if that's okay.
That's good. That's all right. That's okay.
All right. Like when it's like 1 hour, 10 minutes on the live thing, then I'll leave.
Well, that's going to be like any minute now. That's like 25 seconds.
No, it's 1 hour, 8 minutes, like right now.
Well, on mine, it's like 1 hour, 9:45.
Is it really? Oh, damn, yeah. Okay, so how about 1:15 then on your
That's
screen?
Fine. That's fine. Chop it up with us for a little bit more. So, Vic, let me get your immediate thoughts about this game coming up, which is apparently on Tuesday. My guy, give me your immediate thoughts.
Well, even though it's Tuesday, now we're going to have a big game feel, like a Monday night feel. We got the night game, even though on the West Coast they'll have the game at the same time, which is very odd to me. But, we got this end. They're going to come out. It's going to be a night game. They're going to perform well. Like I said, these guys have to be ready no matter who was starting on the other side of the ball. Now, when you look at that Washington team, if McLaurin is back to healthy, you got to look out for him, especially the running game. They got a good Antonio Gibson, who's got healthy throughout the year. He was playing with a fractured leg. Then you have their backup, J.D. McKissick, who filled in admirably. You got to watch out for those two. Logan Thomas is out for the season, but what is it, St. Pierre or St. Paul? I forgot his name, the other backup tight end. He's nothing to sneeze at either, but we all know tight ends are weakness. We've had weaker tight ends burn us, so that's something we still have to focus on. Our linebacker core, again, week in and week out, that's going to be a point of contention. We need them to focus. Darius Slay has been having a Pro Bowl season. Steven Nelson has been on the decline. We still got Devonte Smith, so hopefully, the defense can pull away a good performance. We haven't seen constant pressure for them. We haven't seen a lot of sacks. Hopefully, this is the game we get some. As for our offense, we're going to see who starts. We still don't know if it's going to be Jalen Hurts or Gardner Minshew. So that remains to be seen. So I can't really say much about the offense because that's two different offenses. And as for Gardner, I can't say much on his end because we've only seen one game. I'm not going to take the New York game as heavily as other people have.
100%, definitely. But Jalen Hurts was actually a full participant in practice today. So hopefully we actually can see Jalen Hurts on the field for this game against Washington. And we could use him too because of his running ability, but he's got to pass the ball more like Nings and I were talking about earlier. He's got to pass the ball more, but I really do like his running ability. He definitely brings it. Gardner Minshew can run too if he were to start, but he's not as good as Jalen Hurts. In terms of the pass game, he knows how to throw the ball. He knows what to do in terms of the run game. And honestly, at the end of the day, he just knows what he's doing because he's had more experience in the league than Jalen Hurts, and he knows how to play the quarterback role because he's played in the NFL before and he started in games before.
Well, the one thing to our benefit is looks like we're going to have Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard playing on Tuesday. So that's good for us.
That is good for us because our running game it's currently the best rushing attack in the NFL right now. So with Sanders and Howard coming back, we'll definitely bring that up to help out Jalen Hurts, assuming he would play, or if Gardner Minshew even runs the ball a little bit, if he's going to be the starting quarterback. But I still think it's going to be Jalen Hurts, and if Jalen Hurts is going to be the QB, at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts would really help out this offense, and with Sanders and Howard, that would be like a three-head monster right there. And then you have Gainwell and then Scott, even though they don't really get a ton of playing time. But honestly, at the end of the day, that is a rushing attack monster right there with all those running backs and Jalen Hurts when he takes the ball himself.
And also, we have to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Quez Watkins should be available to play. Hopefully.
He had COVID too, though.
But yeah, by then he should be at the limit. If he tests negative, that he should be allowed to play.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you see how I changed our names? I said Jalen Reagor because it's Reagor and Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
Screw you. And then for Nightings, I did Roger Goodell. Screw you. I have yet to do one for you. I was going to do one for you, but it popped out of my head.
Oh, God, dude. He did it for me, by the way. I didn't write it.
Obviously, I did it for you. You wouldn't do your.
No, I could have changed my name.
You would keep it, my guy.
My was what?
That. You would keep your name the way it is. Normally, you just put Nightings.
Well, yeah, that is me. But then you changed.
No, that's you, my guy. I know that's you.
Yeah, my logo is like kind of like unique, so that's why.
It is just like a nighttime theme logo.
I really like my logo. That's why I have it. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anything else you guys want to say, or is that like about it?
Well, you said you were gonna get off here around like the 1:15 mark. I mean, Vic and I might as well keep talking on here, probably about this game and mainly the Eagles' future going forward. So, if you want to get off here, nice, since it's about to hit the 1:15 mark on my side, but it might be a minute behind on your phone, you might as well go ahead and do that. But before you get out of here, my guy, let them know where they can find you at. And
oh yeah, I love this part. All right, you can find me obviously on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. All right, that's where I normally are. I make gaming, sports, and history content, mainly history right now. So if you're a Philly sports content creator or a watcher, or you like, you're a fan of other sports teams, I accept all. So you can find me on YouTube and, of course, Twitter, like I said, and also have a Discord server you can join. And by the way, quick plug, I just started a podcast with my Giants fan friend, Football Talk with Benny, called the Just Rival Podcast. You guys might know about it. So I think our next episode is going to maybe be this week or maybe next week. So stay tuned for that. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for talking with me here. Thank you for letting me in, BLSG.
I definitely appreciate you for coming in, my guy. Definitely appreciate that right there. Definitely appreciate you for coming in, chopping it up with me for about an hour and a quarter, an hour and 15 minutes. Definitely appreciate you for coming in here, Nightings. Take care. And even though the Birds got rescheduled to freaking Tuesday, it's still fine. It's fine, my guy.
Yes,
Take care.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me in again, BLSG. I'll see you guys on the flip side. All right, peace. All right, before we go, screw you, Roger Goodell. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say before I went. All right. Goodbye,
y'all. Yes, sir. And screw you, Jalen Reagor.
Exactly. All right.
All right, take care, Nightings. Peace.
Take care. Happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah, take care, man. Peace. All right, and it's down to the 2, and we also have another man that showed up in Birdman_951. What's going on, my guy? I might drop the link in here for you just so you can come in and chop it up with Vic and I. So I'm actually going to do that right now. Yeah. Give me a minute. Yeah, I always have to do this every time. It's so annoying. Come on, run it through. Come on, let's go. Mom, we don't have all day for this. All right, Birdman. I know there's 2 StreamYard links. Both of them should be the same result, but if you want to come in here, chop it up with Vic and I, you can do that. But Vic, let me get your overall thoughts on this roster. What are your thoughts on it through 13 games, my guy?
Well, we're looking pretty good right now. Even though Jalen's last game wasn't as good, we've seen a good game out of the Jets. And I always say take that with a grain of salt. But that's something you gotta take along going forward. Hopefully, we can compete against this Washington defense that's been playing well as of late. Our offensive line has been playing well, and let's hope that continues. As for the quarterback, listen, I think Jalen Hurts is coming ready. He wants to redeem himself. He's going to play well if he is playing. If Gardner Minshew, comes in, I hope that, he's able to get us through another win, because that's the one thing I said when everyone's talking about the Jets. I want to see him play against the team against the Redskins. I want him to get, tested, because the Jets were too easy. That's a lob game. That was an easy game. You're playing against a third-rate team. Let's see a good defense come at you. Let's see what you do with the offense. Let's see how your decision making. Let's see how you extend the play. See what you do when you do extend the play. That's a team that he can play against. Now, if he performs well, then that's what he's supposed to do. He's a backup. I'm not going to say it's going to cause a quarterback controversy. It just means that this offense is run well. It means that we're, even if a man down, next man up. That's the mindset we have to have going forward, because we've all seen it's either through COVID or it's through injury. Next man got to step up. I don't think we're going to be as fortunate as the NFL giving us any extra time. So we can't expect anything like that to happen for us.
Right, definitely, 100%. I definitely agree on that right there. I 100% agree on everything that you said. But Vic, let me get your thoughts about this next one. How have you honestly felt about Sirianni through 13 weeks? Do you think he started to get the gist going, get it together? Do you think he started to get going, or does he still need to make a few adjustments?
No, I think from the beginning of the season to now, he's had a steady incline. He's had some ups and downs, but lately he's had a steady incline. He's got a grasp of the fact that we need to run the ball. He understands this offense, at times needs to slow down. It's not all going to be just focused on Devonte Smith. And you got to spread the ball around sometimes. I think, Sirianni's learning. I think going forward next year, we should be excited. But now we're, I don't want to focus too much on next season, because we're still in the hunt. There's a possibility that we can get into the playoffs. So, I want to see more out of him. I want to see when he's being pressured. Like, this is the time where we want to see how good our coach is. So if we can come away and still make a playoff, appearance, that's good on him. I have a lot of hope going forward, man. But yeah, from the beginning of the season till now, I see ups and downs, but I see a good progression. He's learning. He's on the job. I hope he can progress more next season.
Definitely, 100%. Definitely hope that Sirianni will progress next season. And I think he does have potential to be the coach next season now that he's actually started to figure it out. So you brought up Devonte Smith when you were talking about Nick Sirianni. So how have you felt about our rookie wide receiver, Devonte Smith? Do you think he's played really good this year? Do you think he does have potential for that 1,000-yard season? How do you feel about Devonte?
Yeah, I think he definitely could have a 1,000-yard season going forward. He's played well this year. It looks like he can get close to it. We got 4 games left. I think he's at 800 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So
700 or 800, he's around that mark.
Yeah, and with 4 games, you do the math. You got 100 yards per game. I understand, but I think, less than 100 yards, about 50 or 60 yards a game. You can get it, so it's not that bad. It's not out of reach, but yeah, I think So right now, he is our number one guy. Now, we don't know going forward what the draft brings us. You never know if we draft, like a 6'4" guy with blazing speed and great hands. He's going to have to be that number one. And it doesn't matter if Devontae's too. We just need, a good receiving core. And that's what we will end up having if that will happen. Or if Devontae's our number one guy, I still feel comfortable with him too. He's had a good season, and I see him having, a better season going forward. I still compare him to Marvin Harrison. I think he has that ability.
Definitely love what I'm seeing from Devonte Smith at the end of the day. And honestly, Devonte Smith, he's honestly looked really good this season. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since we've had a wide receiver, honestly, playing at a level like this. And also keep in mind that Devonte Smith, he was the Heisman last year. So he definitely does have the connection with Jalen Hurts. They have the Alabama connection. So they're kind of used to throwing and catching to each other. So honestly, at the end of the day, when you're a receiver like that and when you have a familiar face at quarterback throwing the ball to you, you should be able to catch the ball because that face, is the face that you've known for many years, Devontae, and you definitely should keep that up going forward. But Vic, how are you feeling about Brandon Brooks having a chance to return against the Washington football team? Because there have been rumors about saying that Brandon Brooks could return this week.
With Brandon Brooks, I don't want him to rush. If he's fully healthy and there are no issues, by all means, the big guy needs to come back. He's a Pro Bowl guard. Why wouldn't you want him back? So you can Nate Herbig. He's a decent backup, but I'm gonna still take Brandon Brooks over Nate Herbig.
Definitely would take Brooks over Herbig, mainly any day of the week at this point. But Vic, how about the defense? How are you feeling about the defense through 13 weeks, my guy?
Whew, there has been so many ups and downs, but the cornerbacks for the most part have been the bright spot on the team. We started off with the season with we thought Hargrave was going to have an amazing season, but he ended up flattening out. Fletcher Cox for the most part has been a doormat this whole season. Brandon Graham has been hot headed at times. He causes penalties, but for the most part, a lot of it has to do with our defensive coordinator and his play calling. This season, I'd give the team, if I had to grade them, probably say like a C. I'd give them C, close to a C minus. They have a lot to improve on. There are a lot of issues going
He
forward.
probably hasn't played great at the end of the day.
Yeah, and we have a lot of issues going forward next season because we're gonna need a lot of more linemen. We're gonna need more safety help. So for the defense,
we got to get younger too. We have to get younger as well.
Definitely, the defense to me does not look as promising as the offense, but hopefully, a good draft turns that around. But we'll see.
Yeah, definitely 100%. So let me ask you this next question. And this could be a bit of a trick question. Do you think that Jason Kelce, as a possible Hall of Famer, do you think that he honestly cannot leave the city of Philadelphia the way that you have seen Nate Herbig play center in the past? Because Landon Dickerson, he's been locked in to play left guard beside Jordan Mailata, so he mainly is not moving anywhere. And Nate Herbig, he sucks at center. So can Jason Kelce even leave Philadelphia, or do you think he decides to hang it up?
At the end of the season, I think he does hang it up. Whether how far we go in the playoffs or even if we make the playoffs, he's played a long time, and you got to look at it this way: he's missed so much time from his family. There are events that his kid's school that he's probably missed. There's so many things that he's probably missed, and he's done everything he has to do. He's won a championship for the city. We've never had that before. He's done everything he needed to do. Now it's just up to him if he feels like he has to play. Does he want to get up for those training camps? If he doesn't, by every right, he has to retire. He's had a great career. He's the best Eagles center, one of the best Eagles players that will ever live. So if he does, it'll be tough. But I think for the Eagles, they need to get it in their heads. Dickerson isn't a guard, and he wasn't brought here to be a guard. Guard gives you that experience that you need on the field, but put him in the center. Brooks is coming
plays
back.
all 5 positions too, so he could play center no matter what. And honestly, I don't trust Nate Herbig, but honestly, I think we might have to eventually get a guard in, and probably something along the lines of either free agency or in the draft this year, because that might honestly could be a big need right now in terms of that offensive line. Because if Kelsey's not here next year, then Dickerson might move to center, and then we won't have a decent guard at the end of the day. So I think if Kelsey decides to hang it up, we're gonna need a center in somewhere in free agency, the draft, or in like some sort of trade.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we hit a home run with this draft. And like I said, I feel that, and I'll keep on beating the drum of Kyle Hamilton. He will solve a big need that we have in safety. We need that second round pick. We can focus on, or even with using, our second first round pick, we can focus on a defensive end and take care of the needs for the line. Then go back to corner.
Right.
We have 3 first round picks. Let's use them up. Let's make it useful.
Yeah, 3 first round picks. Use them wisely, Howie. And if you don't, get fired. That's all I'm going to say.
My thing is,
but you know what? He's not going to get fired. You know what? He's basically Jeffrey Lurie's best friend.
Yeah, but if he makes those moves and they work out, you help this defense out immensely. And then especially if you focus on a linebacker in the second round. Yeah, I mean, like, you're only going to help this defense out. You're going to help this defense out a lot by doing that. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, it definitely – Howie's definitely got to use these picks wisely. I mean, again, we were kind of in a rebuilding year last year, and when we got Devonte Smith and then Landon Dickerson, we were honestly Howie did good with like the first 2 picks in this draft, and then that's when he went ahead and drafted Milton Williams, which he also has a sack on the season, so actually good for him. And then he drafted a few other picks. He drafted Patrick Johnson, drafted Kenneth Gainwell, who's looking pretty decent. He drafted Jacoby Stevens, who literally has gotten 0 playing time. And he's drafted a few other guys. I think Mullen Tuapalatu was another one. He really hasn't gotten playing time either. So honestly, a lot of these picks haven't really gotten playing time, or they really just haven't really played that much. So honestly, that right there, that depends on Howie at the end of the day, unless if he does end up getting fired, which honestly, I can't see that happening anytime soon, because you want to know why? He's Jeffrey Lurie's best friend at the end of the day. And Jeffrey Lurie treats him like he's his buddy, and this is just ridiculous, because you know what? Jeffrey Lurie's going to want him for basically eternity and beyond, until basically the day that Howie basically dies. So honestly, I just have a gut feeling Howie Roseman does not really go anywhere. But Vic, let me get your 3 keys to winning this game against Washington. I know it's only Friday, and then we have the game on Monday. But let me get your 3 keys to winning this game against Washington.
It's creating pressure. Getting home. We need to sack the quarterback. We need to contain the run game. That's going to be important. If McLaurin is healthy as I think he may be, you got to watch him. So those 3, just on the offensive side. The defense, he's got to be wary of that line. Their linebackers and their defensive backs, they're nothing to be afraid of. It's just that defensive line. You handle that at first level, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, definitely 100%. And Jonathan Gannon, please, for the love of God, plan a good defensive game. Throw some man, throw some zone, and then please, for the love of God, throw in some blitzes. I'm tired of not seeing that. Why else do you think we have these corners? We brought them for either coverage in terms of man or zone, but we brought them for blitzes too. Why do you think we have them? We brought them for all 3. We didn't bring them to just play man or zone. We brought them in to play blitz as well. So use them the way that you literally brought them in, and use them the way that you've trained them. You've trained them to play all 3 ways to play them on defense: man, zone, and blitz. You've taught them to play all 3, but apparently you're not focusing on blitz, and I think we need to blitz some more against the Washington football team. And honestly, at the end of the day, we have to get to the quarterback on defense, and I really think that this is a game where Gannon is honestly going to need to play his heart out, and honestly, he needs to really coach well. But I still feel like no matter what happens, Jonathan Gannon is still probably going to get fired at the end of the day because the way he has coached in the past, allowing depending how many points he has allowed, that's what's going to put it against him right there because that's just a stab in the mouth. That's just a stab in the dark right there, and especially a stab onto Jonathan Gannon at the end of the day.
Yeah, we can only hope, he gets the lead of the series, but I always err on the side of the fact that him and Sirianni were very, very close. They came up together, so it's kind of like the way Doug saw, Press Taylor. He really didn't, or he didn't want to let him go because, he felt close to him. That was one of his guys, and it ran its course. So hopefully we don't have the same issues and the same mistakes we committed with Doug if we do the same with Nick. We don't allow him to do that, I should say.
Definitely, 100%. I definitely agree. So, Vic, do you think that the Eagles can find a way to come out with this win on Sunday against the Washington football team, even though they do have a bunch of guys in the COVID, in the protocol right now, and do you think we find a way to win this game over the unhealthy Washington football team?
Yeah, I definitely believe that we'll come away with a win. Like I said, no matter who's starting, I don't give them any excuses for this game. They have to come away with a win. If they want to be a playoff team, they can see how far they can go. Well, they're going to have to prove themselves this week. Whether it's Tuesday, Sunday, no matter what day, they have to come and play. Whether it was Minshew or Hurts, like I said the whole time, I give them no excuses. It sucks for us that, we're coming into a game now with only 5 days rest. Well, actually, 5 days rest, which is horrible going against the Giants in the position we're in, where we're trying to make a division run. So for this game, I feel for them, but they know what's at stake. They're professionals. It's on to the next one. So they got to do what they got to do.
Definitely do what you have to do in order to find a way to beat Washington and mainly all your games going forward. And speaking of all the games going forward, Vic, let me restate that. What will be your record at the end of the season in these last 4 games for the Philadelphia Eagles? We're currently at 6-7 right now. Do you think we win out? Do we lose 1? Do we lose 2? Do we lose 3? Do we lose all of them? What is your final record prediction based on what we're looking at, my guy?
I said at the beginning of the season, man, we're going to be a 9-8, 10-17. I still have faith that we can still do that. Hopefully, we'll be that 10-7 because I think that 10-7, that last one will come against the Cowboys, and we can make that playoff win. But if we're at 9 wins, that's still a decent season. It's not where we want to be, but that's something that you look forward to going forward. But I think that's the range that we'll be at.
Definitely 100%. And another question for you, Vic. Do you think the Philadelphia Eagles will at least find a way to make the 7th seed this year?
Yeah. That's what we're shooting for. I think we have it in us.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think there's a shot to definitely get that 7 seed. And honestly, it's definitely something that we can honestly be proud of with the rookie head coach. The way that Sirianni has played after his early struggles, I think Sirianni started to figure out, and he's been playing it very well ever since the very slow start. But again, he's a rookie head coach, so honestly, these things take time to honestly figure out. And Sirianni's starting to get it a little bit. He's starting to get used to it. He showed us in the past few games, especially in all the games that we've won. He's shown us how he and what he can do for this team going forward because he started to get used to it. And honestly, at the end of the day, he's really showing it right now. Unlike Jonathan Gannon, who's really not showing it on defense because I think his job is on the line, and I think he's honestly on the hot seat. And he might go after 1 year with the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the day. So Vic, I got another one for you. Do you think this was one of the better Eagles years for rebuilding?
Do we really call this a rebuild? Was it an actual rebuild? I don't think it was a rebuild. I don't even think it was. Well, kind of see a minor retooling because the only thing that really changed was, the receiving core. For the most part, we had, Miles, he's still there. He's a constant. Jordan Howard, holy but a goodie, he's back. We still got Boston, so nothing's really changed much there. We didn't really get any younger, aside of the receiving core. I don't really call this a rebuild. I know everyone's been saying it from the beginning, but I really don't. Next season might be the rebuild, but again, when you're rebuilding, you're not really going to have a good season. You're going into it knowing that you have a lot of players that you're hoping that'll work out. I don't think we had that this season. We had some veterans on this team all across the board. I think it's just a team with a new coach. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but that's all it was. The only difference was the coach and the coaching staff. And at that, we had some guys that were the same. Jeff Stoutland, he's our constant. He's our number one guy.
Stoutland's been here for almost 10 years. Incredible.
Yeah, and that's why I can't be so lenient on the team because everyone keeps on saying to rebuild, and I don't want them to use that as an excuse. Because like I said, when you're looking at a team that's rebuilding, you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're going through growing pains. We shouldn't have had that much growing pains other than the fact that we had a new coach. That was it. And I think, so far, it looks like we've rebounded from, those initial mistakes that our coach made.
You go get it. Yeah, definitely 100%. And do you think that this was a season where the Eagles have actually improved their squad?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you think this was like a type of season where the Eagles have really improved their squad the way they played it right now?
I think they improved their squad by evaluation because, like I said, it's to improve going forward. I think it's not a rebuilding; it's more of like a retooling. I think that's more what it is. Not a rebuild; it's a retooling. We're finding out what we have and the pieces that we have. Can we sharpen them? Can they get better? Do they need to be coached up? Or are those players what they are, like a Fletcher Cox? We've seen the difference between Doug and we've seen now with Gannon. Whether you say Gannon is a drop-off to Schwartz or not, we've seen him on both ends and he looked the same. So a player like that, you can see. It's not the team, it's not the coaching, it's him. He needs to go. So I think that's what we're going to benefit the most of. We're going to get an honest evaluation of this team. Hopefully, they give this coaching staff an honest evaluation so that way they can make those moves. We do need to get rid of Gannon. We need a more aggressive defense. Not anything over the wall, but, we do need to get more aggressive because our biggest issue on the defensive line was we hardly ever get home. Like I said, Hargraves, I think Sweat is our leading sack getter again this season. And he's played sparingly, as always. I think, 60% of the snaps or 50. He's still around there. I think he was at 40 last season. It's a small uptick. It's nothing great, but again, he's still been performing well. But when you look at sacks, we're not really getting them. We're not getting home. We know the issues we have at linebacker. So I think next season would be the addition to the retooling. Like I said, it's a retooling. It's not a rebuilding. We got to get better at spots. And that linebacker core, you want to call that a rebuild? Yeah, you can call it a total rebuild. That's a supreme home makeover for that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we haven't really been getting the sack totals that we had last year. Last year was honestly a really good year for sacks for the defense for us, but honestly, this year, it's like it went down, and we honestly have been focusing on the secondary. The secondary was honestly, I felt like, what has been like the biggest or second biggest impact on this team. The first would be the defense on the defensive line, and then it would be the secondary. But I think the secondary might have started to really improve, and then at the end of the day, I think the secondary, the way it looked with Darius Slay, Steve Nelson, Anthony Harris, and then Devonte Max at the slot. I think honestly that's honestly really solid, and that really has improved as well. But a few of these guys are on one-year deals, and I think Steve Nelson honestly might go after this season. Anthony Harris, I'm not sure if we bring him back on a 1 year on another deal, but he might go, and we honestly need to take it back to the drawing board. And at the end of the day, do it all over again because we might honestly lose some guys on these 1-year deals.
Just that reason you said right there. That's the reason why I think we need to focus on Kyle Hamilton on our first pick. By any means, we need to get him. That kid will help us out immensely. And yeah, like
and not only Anthony Harris, but Rodney McLeod's also getting up there in age too.
Yeah, and that's the one thing too. We gotta be happy about is our cornerbacks. We have a couple young guys in McPherson. We got Tate Gowan. We got the new kid. What is it? Michael Vincent, I think, or Vincent Michael, whatever
Gary
his name
Vincent
is.
Jr.
There we go. He's a 3-name kid. We got to be excited about that. But again, when we look at our safeties, there's nothing there. There's no hope there. we have no certainty.
Definitely 100%. Vic, let me ask you this one. Do you think that there have been rumors out there saying that Tay Gowan should start as a cornerback? Do you think it should happen in this case in place of Steve Nelson?
Well, I'm just gonna, say it right here. I'm probably the one who started those rumors. Yes, it was me. I'm the one that's been talking about Tay Gowan for the longest. Yeah, I think he should be starting over Steven Nelson. Definitely. You got to look at it. Nelson's been horrible the past weeks.
Yeah, but really, we haven't really seen any snaps out of Tay Gowan either. So honestly, it takes a little bit for him to show what he's got. But honestly, if you turn to another corner, Tay Gowan would be the guy because McPherson's a rookie. You don't want to put too much pressure on him. Kerry Vincent Jr. He's a new guy. Comes in here and just does what he does. And then Avonte Maddox, we already like him in the slot, so we really don't want to move him anywhere. So honestly, if you had to make a change or if you wanted to, Tay Gowan over Steve Nelson would honestly be your replacement right now. So honestly, Tay Gowan should honestly have a chance to honestly play as a CB2. On the opposite side, Darius Slay. Darius Slay will always be the CB1 until the day he leaves Philadelphia, which who knows when that will be. But at the end of the day, Darius Slay will be the CB1 and honestly CB2. Depending on how you want to look at it, it could honestly be Tay Gowan. But Steve Nelson, I feel like he might be on the hot seat the way he's displayed coverage this year under Ganton's system. So at the end of the day, Steve Nelson might honestly be on the hot seat to not be in this city next year and not be able to play next year for our CB2.
Well, the one thing I do say is, like, if you're trying to read between the lines, if you notice Tay Gowan on Twitter, if you follow him, you see he's been a little bit more vocal. He's been posting more. And the things that he's been posting, leads you to believe that, he's finally healthy. He looks like he has, knowledge of the playbook. And it could really be possibly playing. Whether or not if he's starting over Nelson, I don't know. I doubt that right now. Nothing's been said. But it could be that they're trending in that direction. I hope so. We got these young kids here for a reason. We're not going to know anything unless we put them out in the field.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely know what you definitely don't know what you're going to get out of young cats like McPherson, Kerry Vincent, who's a new guy, and especially Tay Gowan, like you said before. You're definitely not going to know what you get out of them until they actually get on the field, which Tay Gowan, I did see a few pictures of what Tay Gowan was doing. He honestly looks really good. He's starting to improve his game, and honestly, he should start CB2 for Steve Nelson in this case if Steve Nelson were to be ruled out, especially in this week because he was on the injury report, but he's not going to be ruled out because he was a full participant today as well. So Steve Nelson will probably be playing that CB2, and as usual, Avonte Maddox will probably be playing that slot corner, as well as Darius Slay as the CB1 at the end of the day. But considering for the fact that we've honestly been doing pretty decent in secondary, mainly because we've been getting carried by Darius Slay, because it's been big play Slay all year, and really at the end of the day, he's honestly been in my opinion, our best secondary piece. Vic, let me ask you this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Jalen Hurts this year?
Jalen right now, 1 to 10. I'll give him a 6.8, 6.9 in that range. I'm not going to go full 7.
So basically a 7 out of 10.
Close to it, very, very close to it, because I think that, I'll take that about a point and a half, because he's still raw. He's still got a lot to go, got a lot to work on. You've seen his decision making sometimes. You've seen him run out of pocket when he doesn't need to. Once he cleans that up, I think he can be that guy. Again, he has to throw better when he throws downfield. That's one thing. His accuracy downfield needs to get a lot better. He takes care of that. We have an ultimate weapon on our team. If not, he's going to stay at that 6.8, almost 7.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see that. I mean, Jalen Hurts, he is a runner. He's really good in the run game. He does have that running ability, but his accuracy can be a little off. But again, this is just technically his first full year playing quarterback. So it definitely takes a new guy like a Jalen Hurts or a Devonte Smith. It takes them at least 2 or 3 years to at least learn the playbook and really be a monster in that second or third year at the end of the day. So honestly, it's honestly just Jalen Hurts is still kind of learning the playbook, and he is still a young quarterback. So honestly, I wouldn't give him a 10 because he's not a veteran quarterback like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. He's not one of those guys. He's still young. He's still learning. He still has to learn the playbook, and honestly, he also has to bring himself into a passer, which will eventually get into my next question for you. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think Jalen Hurts is really good in the run game. In the pass game, I think he needs to be a little bit better. So, Vic, let me ask you this one. Do you think Jalen Hurts has potential to be more of a passer instead of a runner going forward in his career?
Oh, definitely. I think Jalen Hurts, he kind of reminds me a lot of Donovan McNabb. The only thing is that Donovan contained himself. He held himself back for it because he always tried to push the point that he was a pocket passer. He forced himself to be a better pocket passer. Hopefully, Jalen takes a page, out of that book, because he's the guy that he can develop. Like I said before, he can be that ultimate weapon. He just needs to be willing to develop, and he has to improve. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. Jalen Hurts does have the potential. He at this point has to show it. He needs to work on that accuracy. He's still a young quarterback, so he still does have some stuff to learn. And honestly, at the end of the day, he's still young. He's still learning the playbook. It takes rookies at least 2 to 3 years to honestly get it going. But this is Jalen Hurts, basically first full year quarterback. So honestly, it takes a little bit for it would take a little bit for Jalen Hurts to honestly get together. So he is known for that running ability, but we need to see more passing from Jalen Hurts, especially if he is going to be our QB1 going forward.
Hey, my guy, I gotta head out. I'm on the road. I gotta talk to him.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Were you doing something? I couldn't hear you if you were saying something.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm driving right now, so I'm going through some rough area. I'm gonna have to drop off.
Oh well, honestly, at the end of the day, I mean, this Eagles team does have potential to really just improve themselves, and honestly, and then there goes Vic. I'm not sure if his internet went out or what happened. I'm not sure if he went ahead and left or not, but I'm not sure what went on with Vic. But if Vic doesn't come back, man, I'm just gonna end it. I'm just gonna end it at probably around the 155 mark. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody who came out to this stream. Probably gonna end it soon if Vic doesn't come back in here. But at the end of the day, appreciate everyone who came into the chat. I know if you were in here, Birdman_951. Even though you didn't come in here, still appreciate my guy, Big Play Slay. And then Vic 3 was in here a lot. So definitely appreciate these guys for definitely coming through. Nightings and Vic both have their own channels, man. Definitely go check them out. It's Nightings for Nightings on YouTube. And then it's Vic 3, just the same YouTube handle for him on YouTube. And at the end of the day, man, those two really good guys, definitely good guys to talk to. Vic has the post-game panel show that he does after every Eagles game, so definitely go check those out. So, yeah, man, not going to sure if we're going to have too much more to talk about. So, honestly, at the end of the day, just wanted to get on here, talk about the news that broke out between the Washington and Philly matchup, and mainly just talk Eagles in general, talk it up, chat it up with you guys, and really at the end of the day, just do what we need to do, man. So really, it's just been a good stream, guys, and I appreciate everybody who came out to this one. This has been another good stream, about a 2-hour stream we've been running on for, minute 52 on my screen right here, and this has just been a really good stream. It's been really well, and appreciate everybody who came by. Vic, Nightings, definitely appreciate you guys for coming in. I know, Vic, you were a little late to the party, but you did end up coming in at the end of the day, and I definitely appreciate that, my guy. I definitely appreciate you for coming in. But yeah, man, we're probably gonna end it right here. I definitely appreciate everybody for coming out. Definitely supporting your boy right here. Just want to talk about how Roger Goodell and the Washington football team screwed up over the Philadelphia Eagles, especially Roger Goodell. And by the way, Roger Goodell, screw you. And at the end of the day, I definitely think that it really impacted the Eagles at the end of the day, as well as the Washington football team, because they were the ones who got COVID, and then we were the ones who got impacted. And honestly, at the end of the day, I really just want to talk about that because that was mainly what the stream was for. I was thinking about doing this stream like about an hour or 2 hours beforehand. And then I'd say, you know what, let me do it. Let me talk to my guys real quick. And you know what, man, it's definitely been real fun chatting it up with you guys, definitely talking about this and how the Eagles got screwed over the Washington football team based on the way that this is all gone down. It's been a crazy year, no doubt about it. In terms of the sports world, it's been getting really crazy in terms of the virus and all that. So really, at the end of the day, I feel like it's just been real crazy in the sports world, and it really has been since last year. And honestly, at the end of the day, I definitely appreciate everybody who chopped it up with me, definitely chatted it up, definitely did what they need to do, definitely spit their facts out. And yeah, man, definitely appreciate everybody who came in. Definitely appreciate everyone who came out and supported your boy. Once again, guys, we're on the road to 300 subscribers, so I want to hit that by the end of the year. We just have 2 weeks left. Can we hit 2 weeks? Can we hit 300 subscribers in 2 weeks by the end of the year? I think there's still potential, but the percentage is slightly decreasing day by day when the people that do not subscribe just don't do it. And if you don't really do that, you're basically frauds at the end of the day. No offense to the people who do not subscribe, but still, that's what happens when you don't subscribe like so. But yeah, man, I'm going to get off here. I appreciate everybody who came out once again. Definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given me on this journey. And really, man, it means a lot. So I definitely appreciate everybody who came out. Sure, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely we'll see you next time. Probably on either Sunday or Monday for whenever my preview will come out, now that I have more time to gather my thoughts together on this game. So yeah, man, I'm going to get out of here, go rest for the night. And yeah, man, definitely appreciate everybody who came in. Sure, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. Go Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly.